My ACC best bet, I wish Mitch was here to share this with me. I'm taking his Virginia Tech Hokies and Brent Pry. Maybe I'm just hyped up on the Kool-Aid of the Pate State tour because he was there last week, but I really do think they have a lot going for them in at Virginia Tech and in Blacksburg. Listen, Kyron Jones, I disparaged him a bit on this show last year, the Baylor transfer, but he came on well at the end of the year. That bowl game was really impressive. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he ran for almost 190 yards against a really good Tulane defense. They've got a really special dual threat quarterback in Kyron Jones, and I think now, is he going to have Virginia Tech competing for the college football playoff this year? I don't think so, but I think the schedule sets up for them. Their over-under is 7.5, and I think they can get to 8 wins. So they have 4 really tricky games on this schedule that could go either way. At Miami, Georgia Tech at home, at Syracuse, and Duke at home. I think all 4 of those games could go either way. They have Clemson at home as well. I'm going to pencil that one in as a loss. But if you're telling me that they can, just win the ones you're supposed to, right? Beat Vanderbilt opening week. Don't lose to a G5 team on the road like you've made a habit of doing the last few years when you go to Old Dominion week 3. Don't do that. Take care of Stanford when you go out to the West Coast and play a 3 time zone difference game on your body clock. Figure that one out. If you just win the ones you're supposed to, where you are the more talented team, take care of business, lose to Clemson. I think that's a given.
Sure.
You just take care of business in your 7 or so games that you should be the favorite team, and then just give me one. Just give me one of Miami, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Duke. Just give me one of those, and we got 8 wins, and we're cashing this over check. Like I said, I think Brent Pry, rough start to the tenure. I don't think Justin Fuente did him a lot of favors with what he left in Blacksburg, and he's coming in as a first-time head coach. So a lot of a learning curve, but I was really impressed with listening to him and listening to his vision of the program as he kind of got a spotlight shined on him. And I do think he has a really solid building block in Kyron Jones. Remember last year when we were trying to rank the ACC quarterbacks, like around this time last year, how difficult that was?
Yeah.
Kyle McCord came in at Syracuse, but is it really going to be that much easier to rank the quarterbacks this year in the ACC? Why can't Kyron Jones be a top 5 quarterback in the ACC? Why not? Give me over 7.5 for the Virginia Tech Hokies this year.
Yeah, I mean, he sure could be, and I think he probably should end up being a top 5 quarterback there. I like this team, and they're a little sneaky. I think that this could be a sneaky team this year. I will say, I think Rutgers at home should be a little bit of a opportunity to stumble, especially because it's a look ahead to Miami, so this could be a spot where they could drop. But I think they're better than Rutgers and should win that game. But yeah, I mean, it's a great schedule for them. They just got to find one of those games. Not necessarily very high on Syracuse right now, not very high on Duke either. I don't think that Duke is going to be nearly as good now that Elko has left for Texas A&M. So, yeah, I think that this is going to be a pretty fun season for Virginia Tech. Hopefully they can get back up and win a bunch of games and, get a little bit of excitement going back around that program, because I feel like it's a lot more fun when Virginia Tech's good at football. I like football more when Virginia Tech's good and relevant and is one of those teams you don't just pencil in for the win every single week, but you got to go, ooh, look at that. Better circle that game. So I don't know. It's going to be fun.
They have a national championship contender ceiling as a program. Not 20 years ago. Not 20 years ago. They were competing for national championships every single year under Frank Beamer. So would love to see them get back in that direction. I think they take a step in that way this year.
Gracious him. How about